Cory Jeff contributes to the channel and to the show. Thank you so much for that. So I won't stay by my 8-4 preseason prediction. Have you altered, Cam, your thoughts about what the final record will look like?
I mean, 10-2 is still in play, but I'm becoming a doubting Thomas of my own prediction from before the year. I just don't think that this team has it. The team has the talent to run the table the rest of the regular season. I just don't think that they're going to, honestly. So, yeah, I mean, I'm erring more towards where you are almost, like a full 2 games below what I said, going towards the 8-4 mark, just because they're going to the point of the fact where they're going to have to prove it to me before I believe it. So, whereas a couple of weeks ago before the year, right around my birthday in August, I would have called you crazy to say, 4 or 5 losses in the regular season. But unless things change, that's a very real possibility right now. So, I mean, I'm not going to necessarily change my prediction per se, but I've come to terms with the fact that hey, this quote unquote new, changed, different, updated, improved Miami might be a year or 2 away from actually, being seen on the field because, it has not taken. It's like if you own a house and you get sod and you put it out and you try to get the sod so you get the grass and everything, but it dies and it's just like that rag right on top. It's like that almost. Like I'm waiting for the roots to take and it to really catch in there and become part of that, part of the program, part of the fabric of what we have, and I'm just not seeing it. So yeah.
Well, I certainly had a number of people question me, to be kind, were very critical of my prediction. And I got to say, when I looked at it on paper, I thought, Mark, you're picking them to go 8-4, and just based on sheer talent, as you've stated many times, and I totally agree, they're as good as everybody on the roster, as everybody on the schedule, just based on roster talent. So even the Florida game I thought was in play, and it was. They were down to the last play of the game. That game was a toss-up. So I even thought, man, they could go out there and beat Florida game 1. And I'm sitting there saying they're going 8-4, and that's the best team on their schedule. What am I thinking? I just thought it might be this kind of clumsy season in which they're finding their way.
Yeah, and I know that it was a loss. I know that. So before I say anything else, my point that follows, I know that Miami lost to Florida. Where is the performance on that level the rest of this season so far? I mean, yeah, you want to upgrade, improved performance from the offensive line, but where is that effort and execution and performance that we saw in the Florida game any other time? No game have we played that hard or that well. None, not even the Bethune-Cookman game. We have not had that kind of a performance again. But against teams that are not as talented as Florida, if we had that kind of performance, we would have won games. So what? It just, yeah.
So because of my internet issues, I believe that everybody, after you started to analyze the Florida game and how they played their best game of the season, should be improving from that. Haven't been, missed it all. Not because of you. I thought it was you at first, but I checked some things and that was me, and we're back on.
Oh, okay. No, I mean, basically, not even if we improved from Florida, if we were consistent in that level of performance, then we would be winning games that, obviously we're not, or playing to a level that we're not. So yeah, I was just questioning where that has been because, I mean, even from then, yes, and I know that you want the offensive line to play better, but dude, come on.